Hey Evil Dead fans, this is tutorial number 9 on how to make Ash's chainsaw hand. Now let me show you something real quick. This filler piece, I took it off, took it apart and painted it. When it dried I put it back together. If you look real close, I left a lot of the grime on it just to have that look like it's used. And I did insert that mesh piece. It's like a filter for it. And it just gives it more depth. And you don't have to put it in, but I do. Alright. What I'm going to show you of what I'm about to do is make the cuff piece. Now this is that PVC pipe that I've been using. It's got primer on it because I primered the body with it just to see how it would fit and look. And I may have to trim it down because all this white stuff from here to here is what's going to be inside the body, which leaves a lot outside. So I may have to trim that up a bit. Now, on my past videos, I have a Evil Dead 2 model, which I did a custom cuff. I rolled everything, and it has a custom hinge. Now, the Ash vs. Evil Dead version, I haven't seen a hinge on it. So I'm not going to do a hinge on this one. And I really don't feel like doing a full-on custom cuff again because they take a long time and it's a lot of metal work. So I'm going to simplify it. What I did is went to the hardware store and got this. It's about 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches galvanized steel. It's not too thick, but it's thick enough to give it a nice deep look. I don't like using thin metals because the thinner it looks, the cheaper it looks. So what I'll end up doing is just rolling this into basically a C shape, not a full circle. You can do a full circle, but you're going to be cutting a lot off. Now for the attachment side, I also picked up a clamp. This is the actual clamp right here that you need. Now, trying to find them wider is a little harder in some places. I could only find one this thin, and I don't like how thin this metal is. And if you look, especially on Evil Dead 2, the edges are a little farther out from the circle piece. They're a little farther out. So what I'm going to end up doing, to save me some time and a pain in the ass of trying to make a custom cuff, is I'm going to cut the ring off from here and on the other side in that same line. So all I'm left with is these pieces here, the connecting pieces. Now once this is rolled to where I like it, I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to drill a hole in it here and attach it here, leaving the round part flush with the bottom of this. So it's going to be flush with it. And that bolt is going to be very small and not very long because you're going to have the end that connects with the nut facing outward. So you don't want a long bolt or you don't want a thick bolt because the head of the bolt, if it's too big, it's going to protrude outwards from the inside of the cuff. And you don't want that. It's going to be pressing against the cuff, and this piece that you rolled, actually it'll be pressing against the PVC here and protruding between these two pieces, in between them once you roll it. So you want something definitely small and skinny with a small hit on the bolt. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do that today, and once it's done I'll make another video of it. But it should look good. Just make sure you buy one of these that are set for about 3 inches to about 3.5, so you can adjust it a little bit, because you know you want to make sure it's the right size. If it's too small, it'll look dinky. But this one, it might be down like this. It's a little big. But even on Evil Dead 2, if you look at close-up pictures, this bolt, it's actually a lock, or not bolt, but yeah, the inside bolt's actually protruding out, and this is actually a lock nut. It has nylon in it, and it's supposed to just stay at the top, but you can actually just keep on screwing it down to what you need. So it's actually going to probably be like that by the time it's done, which is okay. So that's the next thing I'm going to do for the cuff. Like I said, this will be rolled. These will be cut off. These will be attached to this piece once it's done, once this is rolled. And this might be trimmed down just because this white part is what's going to be showing, and this piece is basically going to be running almost right along that edge. So I don't want a huge gap, so I might cut off about a 1/2 inch off of this piece here. And if you do trim it up, don't trim off your flat end. Always trim off your little crooked cut in from before when you cut it off. So you definitely want to trim from this edge, the inserted edge, not the edge that's going to show. So until next time, you guys have a great day. Bye.